welcome to another recap of The Amazing Race. Oh my god, this was such a good episode. They were in Istanbul, Turkey, and they have to fly to Moscow, Russia. So once they get to Moscow, they have to meet up at the sculpture park. There was a few different flight combos for getting to Moscow. There was 3 different connecting situations, one through Amsterdam, one through Munich, and one through Frankfurt. One flight was delayed, and that unfortunately was Abby and Ryan and Josh and Brent's flight. They only had an hour, I thought, to make their connection, and they missed it. Uh-oh, hot dog. So the sculpture park actually opened at 9:30 a.m. So the other 2 flights, even though they came in, I think it was 2 hours difference, it didn't matter because they all got there before 9:30 a.m. So they were all equalized at that part of the leg. The next part was they had to find Ivan the Terrible's guards, and they had another clue for them, which was a detour. It was either alphabetize or synchronize. Both of these tasks were really hard. Alphabetize, they had to go to like the biggest library, well, the central library in Moscow, and they had to find 4 books. But the problem was everything was in Cyrillic. Ugh, hard to read when you're not Russian. So in synchronize, they had to go to this giant pool and hang out with the synchronized swimming team, learn a routine, and actually perform it. And the coach was kind of mean. This was really hard, even for the chippies, because the chippies are strippers. You'd think it would be easy for them, but it wasn't. So the only 2 that chose library were James and Abba and Trey and Lexi. And James and Abba, when they realized it wasn't in English and it was really hard, they decided to switch to the swimming. So the twinnies were having a lot of trouble with the swimming, and they were pondering, hey, should we use the express pass? And the chippies talked them out of it. What the hell, chippies? You should have flushed that pass out when you knew that you were at the beginning of the pack and had them use it, because if they use it the next leg of the race, it could be bad for you. It's better to take a bird in the hand, because that's worth 2 in the bush. But anyway, Trey and Lexi, they totally busted through that library thing. I was really shocked because I thought they were the last ones that would be able to do that really quickly, but apparently they made up names for the Russian letters, and that kind of helped. So after the detour, they had the trees of love. I guess that's where like a lot of people who get married in Russia go, and they stick a lock on the tree. It's like good luck or something. It seemed like there was a lot of brides and grooms going there to do this ritual. There was also a roadblock there for the Amazing Race people. They had to unlock the locks on the designated tree using this ring of keys, and the locks that they had to unlock were on this Amazing Race ribbon, 10 of them, which revealed the final clue for the pit stop, which was some Russian money that had a picture of the Bolshoi on the back. So meanwhile, Abby and Ryan and the Beekman boys, they are arriving in Moscow, and they decide that they are going to make a pact. They're going to be racing together. They're not going to compete against each other because they know they're like the last, but they want to do it together because that's cool. They couldn't do the library, so they ended up having to do the swimming. And also, meanwhile, James and Abba's cabbie took off when they were at the Trees of Love. And they had their passports in there, so that's really messed up. So the pit stop, like I said before, was the Bolshoi. And Trey and Lexi came in first, and they won a trip for 2 to Maui, which was really cool. Good place to pop the question, eh, Trey? Alright, so the Jameses, the aka Chippies, came in second. Natalie and Nadia came in third. and James and Abba tried to check in fourth. Actually, they didn't try to check in. They just showed up because they didn't know what else to do. And Phil's like, I can't check you in. You got no passport, so go find it. Alright, this was one of those episodes where they left it as to be continued, but first they showed Brent having a lot of trouble at the pool. Like I said, the coach was kind of mean, and she called him a buoy in Russian. He really was having a spaz out. You know, he couldn't do it. He's no good in the water. And I thought it was really kind of cool that Abby and Ryan honored their pact that they were going to wait for them to finish the detour. I was really surprised that they did that because I didn't think they were that nice. So my opinion has definitely changed of them. Next time, you know, like I said, it's going to be continued. Next time they begin with the hunt for the passport, or do they just call the embassy and actually try and have a new passport, you know, issued? I don't know how they do. I don't know how that works because I've never been out of the country. I don't even have a passport. So, ankle injury for one of the chippies. Oh no! And it looks like Abby and Ryan make it through because they show them in the preview for next week performing another task. So, I don't know what's going to happen. It seems like it's going to be a non-elimination leg. That would probably make sense, but we'll see what happens. So till next week, much love.